We're here with Dustin Johnson. We're here at the Hero Dubai Desert Classic. Before we start this interview, I got to show you a photo that I think is going to be very interesting to you. This is my father.
Okay.
So you remember this? So this is, I think it's your first kid.
Yep.
My dad was running Cedar Sinai at the time.
Yeah.
And I think there was like an induction, like it was like a scheduled like birth thing. He got this photo with you guys.
That's crazy.
Isn't that wild?
It was at Cedars.
It's a long time ago.
No, yeah, it was 2015, January of 15.
So he just turned 11?
He just turned 11 yesterday.
Does he play golf?
He does. Both of them play a little bit. I mean, my youngest is a little more into baseball, but they're both starting to get into golf within the last like 2 months.
Does that put you in? I mean, you're a legend. Does that put you in kind of a weird spot?
No, I like it. I just never forced them to play. So like we just kind of play all the sports. We go play golf some, but like lately they've been asking like let's go play golf, and all their buddies play. So it's been fun. Like especially over Christmas break. I mean, I think we played almost every day.
So I was telling these guys yesterday. So we flew in from LA on Sunday. Yesterday was one of the hardest days of my life with the jet lag. It's a 12-hour time difference.
Yeah.
You are playing all over the world now. How do you deal with jet lag? Because I was saying to someone, I have so much respect for Tommy Fleetwood. I don't even know if respect is the right word. The fact that he plays in the U.S. and lives here breaks my brain. How do you just power through it?
Yeah, I mean, I think the most important thing, obviously, on the flight over is really important, like timing your sleep and, obviously making sure you're hydrated, because you get really dehydrated on planes. I don't know how some people, they
drink alcohol.
They drink on the planes. Like, on a long flight, I will never, I can't do it. It's just, you feel so bad, especially if you're on a really long flight. There's a few tricks you can do, making sure you drink lots of water, but also I think timing the sleep so you can get on the time that you're going to as quick as possible. But yeah, usually the first day is always, it doesn't matter how you do it, it's rough.
Well, my problem was a 16-hour flight, and I can't be alone with my thoughts for 16 hours, so of course I'm going to sleep on the flight over.
Yeah, I know, I did the same, but I made sure I slept for a few hours, and I got up, and then I, just watch movies the rest of the flight.
So I was reading some quotes that came out the last couple days. I feel like you are really motivated right now. I know that last year I think was the first year of your career that you didn't win in a really long time.
It is.
What's the state of Dustin Johnson's right now? I feel like you're chomping at the bit right now.
Yeah, obviously, last year was a little disappointing. I mean, frustrating, I guess, not disappointing, because I was working on my game. It was just not. I struggled off the tee which is for the first time in my career.
I was going to say, Dustin Johnson struggling off the tee is like Picasso forgetting how to paint.
And it wasn't it just wasn't, my whole career, one of the best parts of my game was driving, always. And yeah, it just hadn't been there, especially last year. Obviously, towards the end of the year, which was only a few, 4 or 5 tournaments, my last 4 or 5 tournaments, I actually started driving it better, and, I had a chance to win in all of those. But, for the year before, after I won Vegas and then went to Miami, it was, I got off to a good start at the beginning of the year, and I broke my driver in Miami of 24.
And it always surprises me when you guys break a club, because you would think that you could just get another one, but you guys are so mental.
We can get plenty of them, but
it's not the same.
No.
Even if it looks the same and it's the same
same
specs.
loft, same weight, same shaft, same head, everything. It's not the same. And to be honest, literally from Miami, which I broke it, busted it in the Pro-Am. From there, for the rest of that year, I really struggled with finding a driver. And then even on into the beginning of last year, pretty much all the way through the year until the last few events, I just was having trouble with the driver. And so obviously always worrying about that. And, trying to find a driver that I like.
Well, when it's the
Then
thing
it kind of bleeds into the rest of your
right, because
game.
when it's a thing that you can count on for your whole career, and then it's not something you can count. It's probably like an unsettling experience.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. Because then, and it always felt like, okay, I got a driver. I was driving it really well. Wasn't hitting my irons or wedging it that great. So, like, I just couldn't get one that matched up. Or if I was hitting my irons and wedges really good, the driver was off. So I just never could get that balance where it kind of matched up with the rest of my game. And so, hence, a lot of good scores, but then had a lot of, bad scores. But when you're driving it well, like the off days, you can still get a decent score in there, and you still have a chance to win. And that was kind of me for like a year and a half or so.
Let's get in one of these waters. Beautiful. So I wrote a cover story about you for Golf Digest when you were at the peak of your powers. You were #1 in the world, and you told me I really just don't give a shit what anyone thinks. Has the last 4 years, obviously changes in your career, changes in the narrative about you? I know you don't pay attention to this stuff, but is it lighting a fire, or is it still you just don't care what everybody thinks?
I mean, no, I don't really care, to be honest.
Which is an amazing quality.
I do what I think's best for me and my family, and I'm enjoying where I'm at right now. I still have the drive to, to be one of the best golfers in the world and compete every single week, no matter where I'm playing. But I like playing right where I'm at. LIV's been really good to me. I enjoy playing. I enjoy traveling the world and playing in, all different parts of the world. And, this is my first time playing here at the Dubai Desert Classic, which
it's an amazing city.
It's a great event. They've been, really nice. The golf course is unbelievable shape. And so, I'm looking forward to playing here for the first time. Just throughout my career, just never really worked out with timing of when the event was. And so, playing here for the first time, I'm excited about it. Obviously, to get my year started. I feel like the game's it's in pretty good shape. It's not obviously coming off of, an off season. It's not fully sharp as it should be, but I feel much better right now than I did, say, last year, coming into the season. So looking forward to having a good year. I've got a lot of motivation to try to, get my game back at the best level it can be at.
So I know you re-signed with LIV another 3 years. What has been the experience of like recruiting guys? Because that seems like it's like to your team and being the leader of the team, because it seems like doesn't maybe come to you by nature, but has that been an interesting experience?
Yeah, but I mean, for me, like recruiting, I have a GM, I let him do that stuff. For me, it's not, that's not really, obviously I can, and if I can help in any way, like, maybe talk to somebody, I'll do that. But as far as like going and recruiting guys, I don't, or it's just not something that I do.
How much of the Ryder Cup did you watch?
A little bit, not a whole lot. I mean, I watched when I could. So I mean, I guess I watched a decent amount.
You are one of the only Americans of your generation that has a really good Ryder Cup record. There is this narrative that is going around now that the European team cares more, or maybe they're smarter about the way they go about things. I think it's overly simplistic. I don't think that's the reason why all their putts went in on those first 2 days. What do you make of these last 2 Ryder Cups and this European? I mean, there's something special in that team room, it seems like.
Well, yeah, but to be honest, if you looked at the teams and you lined them up side by side, what team are you picking?
Sounds like you thought the European team had 1 through 12 a stronger side.
I mean, I don't know. What did you think?
I mean, it's easy to be
Obviously,
hindsight is 2020.
I'm pulling for, I mean, whether they won or not, or they didn't, if, unfortunately, just how it worked out, the 12 European guys versus the 12 American guys, day in and day out, they're going to, if they played 10 times, they're going to win most of them.
Was it hard for you not to be involved?
I mean, yes, it was. Ryder Cup is one of my favorite events in the world. I've always enjoyed every single one that I've played. It's, it's a great experience. It's unreal. It's just, you can't replicate the Ryder Cup. And so, not being on the team definitely, I didn't like it. But, I didn't play well enough to be on the team. So it wasn't like, there wasn't, oh, should they pick me or should they not pick me? I struggled last year. It wasn't, obviously, if I would have had a really good year, I think I could have made a good case to be on the team. But, unfortunately, that was all on me. I didn't play well enough. So it really wasn't a conversation to be had.
What keeps you going at this stage of your career? Because obviously you're not proving anything to anyone. You've made that very clear throughout your entire career. What keeps you going?
Just competition. I love to compete. I love to win. I want to, I still want to, add to my resume of great golf. And
do you feel like it's incomplete with the 2 majors? Do you feel like you've got more?
I mean, obviously, coulda, shoulda, woulda won quite a few more, but yeah, I would like to add to that. But I like to, every golf tournament I play in, like I wanted, my goal going into it is put myself in a position to have a chance to win come, the back 9 on Sunday. So, I still feel like my game is plenty good enough to compete with the best in the world on any day, and obviously I want to get back to that caliber of play.
You've had an incredible career. Did you believe you would have this kind of career when you turned pro, or was it like, I'm going to give pro golf a couple years and see what happens, or did you see yourself being where you are in the game?
I mean, I think someone's lying if they can say when they first started on tour they could predict how well they were going to, how good of a career they were going to have, other than maybe Tiger when he came out, but I knew after my first year on tour that I could compete and, get to, did I ever think I was going to get to number 1 in the world and, be one of the better golfers? I believe that, but I didn't, I couldn't have predicted that.
What are you most proud of in your career?
Well, career-wise, you're talking about just golf?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, or you can answer that question however you want.
My wife and kids would be probably my...
It's a good answer.
The thing I'm most proud of. But golf-wise, I'd have to say, I mean, Masters is number 1, and then U.S. Open would be second. Getting to number 1 in the world is another very big accomplishment. And staying there, not just getting there, because there's been quite a few guys that's got there but didn't last very long. But, I was at number 1 for quite a long time.
Are the Champions dinners as special as they seem?
They are. It is.
Like even you get in that room and you're like, you feel something?
It's definitely a night that you look forward to every single year.
Just the stories, the food, the people.
Yeah, and it's a very small club that gets invited to those dinners, and yeah, it's just to get together with all the past champions and Mr. Ridley. It's a very special evening, and every single person in there really enjoys it, and it's like I said, it's a big honor to be there that evening.
My buddy Alex Bush here is the biggest Buffalo Bills fan in the world. Do you think they got hosed?
I do not think they got hosed.
You thought it was an interception?
That was an unbelievable play. It's so tough in that moment. I mean, obviously the guy never really made a football move. I guess if you look, looking at it, it's a tough call by the refs, but it's I mean, it was an unreal play. It could have gone either way. I don't think anyone would have argued, but to me, yeah, I think they made the right call in the situation. But
I mean, so last question for you. I mean, big opportunity for you this week. I mean, this is a big tournament. You're getting to play against some of the guys you don't always get to play against. A win this week could sort of set the tone for DJ in 2026.
It would. It'd be a very nice victory. Obviously, it's a great field. There's a lot of really good players here. Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's my first event, and well, I guess I played a couple this offseason, but
is there still like almost first day of school, like your first event of the year, even at your age with your experience? Is there still a little bit of like curiosity of how it's going to
go? Yeah, there's not a whole lot of expectations for this week, but we'll just see how it goes. But I mean, so far, like yesterday, I had a nice day of of prep. So for me, I think if I putt well, I'm gonna have a chance to win.
The driver's
come
back. Do you feel like you've got one you like?
I feel like I'm driving it good enough. It's not. I feel like the swing's good. I got drivers, a couple drivers that I like, and so it all comes down to short game and putting, and which has been pretty good lately. So
awesome. Well, I appreciate the time.
Yeah,
thank you so much, Dustin.
I appreciate it.